Hello everyone, I'm Kathy Leon. This week on Suncoast FYI, Pines of Sarasota's Education and Training Institute, West Coast Mattress, and Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks so much for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. Pines of Sarasota is a rehabilitation and senior care community that provides a wide variety of services to its residents. And to tell us more about it are Joanne Westbrook and Jessica Miller. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So we probably should start off with what the Pines is, actually.
Yes, I think so, because I can't really talk about the education without explaining how wonderful Pines is. But Pines of Sarasota has skilled nursing care. It's also assisted living. We have a rehab department that is working on a beautiful program, Ready Steady, which is something that really fulfills a need in our community.
Yes.
And we're quite excited about that. We also have 2 child daycare centers, which you may not know about. Actually, 56 children are on our campus, which allow us to do a lot of intergenerational programs, and they are so exciting. It's really quite interesting. We also have 2 thrift stores at Pines, which a lot of people love in this community. And we have a very large volunteer program at Pines, which has been huge for all of our residents, because we always have somebody with them all the time, which makes it really incredible. The part that I was here for today is to talk to you a little bit about what our Education Institute is. And 8 years ago, we created a program because we knew Pines, as a not-for-profit, was the ideal campus for an education institute. And part of that has to do with the fact, when you look at our community and around the world, we're dealing with so many problems with aging issues. In particular, dementia has become a very big problem for the entire world. So we started looking at how can we meet the needs of the community and for others as well, because a lot of times if you have someone with dementia or other issues at home, you can't leave to go to a training. So what we decided to do was to be able to produce live seminars. We also have webinars, and we can take those live seminars and stream them online. But we also created DVDs. And the DVDs are phenomenal because we now are in 31 countries around the world.
That's amazing.
It is interesting, isn't it? And I think the reason that it's so different is because it gives instant hands-on skills and techniques that you don't normally see. And so part of what our goal was for the Education Institute was to reach this worldwide audience, but also our own community and, of course, our own staff.
Yes.
Because even though we have a legacy of compassionate care for 68 years at Pines, we always are looking for cutting-edge information. We're always looking for that next thing that will help our residents and our staff become the best of the best. So before I talk to you about what's coming up with Pines, I wanted to introduce Jessica. I'm so glad you were able to come today.
We are too.
She's so busy, and so she is one of the PAC trainers, which is a TIPA Snow certification program for dementia. And she has been working for years at Pines, and she is the best of the best, runs the best dementia unit that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. And so one of the things I would like for her to do is to kind of explain, how has that training helped you at all with your staff and your residents and so forth?
Honestly, it's been invaluable, honestly. I was so surprised and really inspired by what I've learned through the trainings. They're world-renowned experts in their fields, in dementia care, in all various subjects, and they're right on our campus. So who could ask for more than that? We're exposed to these techniques. We're able to implement them right away. Combined with the team that's at Pines, they're all compassionate and caring. They live for the residents and their families to make sure they have the best quality of life possible. So that care is there, and then we have the skills that we need to really do an effective job. So combined, I feel like it's really a winning team. We really have a winning team thanks to the Education Institute. And really, we would not have exposure to these experts normally. We would have to pay thousands of dollars to go with this training.
And you get this training right here on your campus. And you walk over to your unit and instill that right there. So that's wonderful. And you actually have two very exciting seminars coming up.
We do. And part of, just to go back just for 1 second with what's happening in the garden, because dementia is such a challenging issue, these skills and techniques change the way you look at your environment as to help us reduce falls, for instance, as another part which is helpful for our rehab department as well. But it also has to do with medication reduction, which is a huge piece for people with dementia. We're trying to get them to reduce the antipsychotics. And the approaches and the skills are what change all of that. And so one of the people that we were fortunate enough to meet, I met her many, many years ago and has become a partner, and her name is Teepa Snow. Teepa Snow is an international trainer. She's an occupational therapist. Her skills, she's very unique. She's a trainer, but she's also a performer. So when she's in the room with you, I have seen her role play somebody that I remember having dementia, that perfect. So that when she's in the audience, she teaches you what are you going to get back from this, and what is the wrong way to approach that person, which helps our families.
It does.
Because how many of them really are in skilled care? A lot of them are at home. So we want those families to know how to take care of them, thus the DVDs. But anyway, Teepa Snow is coming on February the 18th. And again, a piece that happens quite often for people that have dementia is we tend to lose who they are. So the one thing that Jesse's been very good at is to be able to pull back and learn their history, but also spirituality. We lose that a lot. And so this particular program that Teepa has created is called Spirituality and Dementia, and how we keep that person's life the same it was always. So it's a full day program, which will be recorded, so we'll turn that into a DVD as well.
That's wonderful.
And so a lot of churches are asking for this. It's been really important. The other piece to that is coming in March. March 3rd and 4th, we have another program. It's Montessori. And
that was inspirational. Immediately, I was able to take those techniques and implement them. They made such a difference. They filled up the residents' day with meaning. They felt they had a purpose, they had a little job to do and a task, and they felt more like themselves at home again.
That's absolutely wonderful.
It creates such a different environment. And what's interesting is we've already had someone from Brazil who's coming, someone from Mexico. So this has become, people just travel to meet them, and we're so lucky to have them in Sarasota. So I hope that if anyone is interested, they'll be able to come to Pines and have that opportunity.
We're going to put the information up on the screen now for anyone who's interested in more information on the Pines, and then the Education and Training Institute.
Perfect.
Thank you both for coming. Wonderful, wonderful information.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, next on Suncoast FYI, West Coast Mattress and Bedding, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Kathy Leone. West Coast Mattress of Venice has prices and friendly service that can't be beat. Owners Keith and Leah Sawney join me now to tell us more. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thanks.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Well, anytime. And tell us, though, how you guys ended up owning a mattress store here in Florida, in Venice.
So originally we were from New York, and we were getting a little sick of the cold weather up there. And Keith's parents had moved down to Sarasota, so we had visited them several times, and we really liked it down here. And so as far as the mattress business, we kind of fell into it. His father was involved in the mattress business, so we kind of came down here and took it over, and we are enjoying the weather.
Well, it's a great place to plant some roots, that's for sure.
I'm not missing the hustle and bustle of New York City right now at all.
Sure. Well, tell us what makes your store stand out among the other bedding stores in the area.
Well, we really try and focus on creating a relaxed environment for shoppers. We do like really low pressure sales. We don't use any pricing tactics where we try and trick people into thinking that something is a really great deal when it's just the price. But we also offer a really personable service. We're really local, so I'm always available when customers have an issue. A lot of times I'll deal with them myself, go out to the customer's house and make sure everything's okay. So
really wonderful.
Very accessible.
Full service, definitely. Okay. Well, do you guys have any natural choices? Some of your choices, what are they?
We do. We have latex beds. Right now, latex we feel like is the best thing for a natural choice in bedding. Organic is the big buzzword now, but as we've researched organic bedding, it seems to be that stuff that claims to be organic usually isn't really organic, just certain little components, not the whole actual mattress. And when we find choices that are all organic, then the pricing is just outrageous. So we're looking into that now to try and find some affordable organic bedding, so hopefully we'll be able to offer that soon. but we do have the latex now, which is a natural choice.
Is that one of the big, like, is there like a hot choice right now that people are really gravitating to, or?
Right now, memory foam and latex, I think, are the big sellers. Memory foam had been considered hot now, but there's a lot of new technologies they're using to keep them cooler and make them react different to the way people want them to feel, as far as reacting faster, not feeling like you're stuck in the bed. But
That's wonderful. So I'm sure it's very important for folks to have a comfortable mattress. Why is it so important? And I'm sure besides your health, I'm sure that's one of the big reasons.
yeah, well, a lot of people seem to not put enough importance on their mattress, when really it's one of those things that you use every single night, and it really can change your life. Like, we know from before we went to a mattress store, we didn't sleep on a good bed, and I can tell you now the difference from then to what we sleep on now is night and day, and you really can get a better night's sleep on a good bed.
And sleep is so important for your health, so this is something that you definitely, a tool that you guys that you definitely need.
Yes.
So talking about everyone needs a mattress, everyone sleeps in it, how long does one usually last? When do you need a new one? What are some of the things you should look for?
I mean, it depends certainly on like the brand or the type. Generally, like the foam and latex mattresses last longer than the coil beds. They usually say around 8 years. It's up to when the consumer feels like the bed isn't comfortable anymore. Everything we offer in our store has a 10-year full warranty on it, so we do all our own warranty issues. So if anyone does have an issue within the first 10 years, we certainly take care of that. We don't have to go back to the company. You come straight to us. We deal with the company and get you the replacement. So.
I have a question that I just thought about. When you buy a mattress, box spring essential to come with it? I know a lot of beds now are just a platform. Is that something that you guys recommend both go with it, or?
The box springs have changed. The technology changed quite a while ago now, so there's no springs in them anymore. They're really a foundation. It's a hard, flat surface. So if you have one currently that's less than 10 years old, it's not necessary to change that part. You can just change the mattress. That can save you some money.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that we always tell people when they come in the store, instead of trying to sell them the set right away.
To see what you really need.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Again, some new technologies you guys were talking about, or what?
Right now, a big thing is adjustable bases.
Okay.
You can put your head up. That's good for watching TV, using your laptop. Raising your feet is really good for your spine, taking pressure off your spine.
Sure, circulation, better breathing. Kind of
Yeah,
things.
also the breathing, yes, lifting the head. A lot of people have breathing problems, snoring problems.
Yeah.
And they do have massage now in them, where in the past the massage was always loud, like the old hotel beds. Like nowadays, like it's a quiet massage, you can't hear it. So that technology's definitely increased. Also with the memory foams, like I was saying, now they use a lot of phase change materials and gel and stuff in the foams, which helps to keep the foam cool, to keep your body temperature regulated so that you're not sleeping hot.
That's fantastic. So sounds like you guys have it all covered. So where can people go for more information? Where should they go? Where's your store exactly? And
we're located in Venice. We're right next to the Brickyard Plaza. It's 500 South US 41 Bypass in Venice. You can visit us on our email, or our website, sorry. It's www.westcoastmattressvenice.com. And you can reach us by phone anytime. That's 941-445-5558.
well, thank you guys so much for joining us and telling us all about your store. And we're so glad that you planted some roots down on the Suncoast.
Yeah, us too.
We're enjoying it. We're definitely enjoying it. Yeah.
All right, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, coming up on Suncoast FYI, Physical Therapy and Balance Center, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Kathy Leone. Physical Health is building a comprehensive balance therapy program that not only helps people to live longer, but to live better. And here to tell us more about it is Dr. Vian Pomachun and Dr. Dan Deems. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
I guess we should start with a little bit about your guys' backgrounds. Dr. Deems?
Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Dan Deems. I'm an otolaryngologist, ENT physician. I've been in Sarasota now for 18 years, and my partner, Dr. Pomachun, we've been together for 3. I'm an otolaryngologist. I trained at the University of Pennsylvania, and I also did a PhD focused on balance and vestibular orders from UCLA, and we brought that to the Suncoast.
Wonderful. And
Hi,
Vian?
Kathy. My name is Vian Pomachun. I'm ENT, just like Dr. Deems. My patients call me Dr. P. It's a little bit of a mouthful. But my training was at Tulane University Medical School. I did my residency at the University of South Florida, the Moffitt Cancer Center, and Tampa General Hospital. and we are here to discuss our practice. We treat all ear, nose, and throat conditions, but lately we've decided to focus and specialize on the treatment of balance disorders and falls prevention, because this is a growing problem in our country, and we have taken a proactive approach at helping people achieve a higher quality of life and to prevent injuries from falls.
So that is your focus, and then that is your mission then, is to be the proactive.
Right. Our focus, Fyzical Health, Fyzical, is a new division of a national company called Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, now present in 30 states. And it's a collaborative approach to take a proactive approach to healthcare. You know, in medicine these days, we treat things in a reactive fashion. Individual falls and breaks something or has an injury, and we take care of it after it occurs. And our plan for physical health is to combine our medical practice with the good healing hands of physical therapists to actually prevent those disease processes from happening.
That's wonderful. So then what type of patients and conditions do you treat?
Well, this new expansion is designed to help those at risk of a fall and suffer injuries from a fall. Some statistics that we found staggering were 1 in 3 Americans over 65 will fall each year. That's 14.3 million people last year fell, and 27,000 people died from injuries sustained from those falls. This is an entirely preventable problem. We'd like to have these people come to us so that we can do an assessment of their function and outline a therapy program that allows them to avoid being injured from falls, avoid death. We'd also like to attract people who are limited in their quality of life because of balance problems. There are people that aren't able to attend social functions or family functions, aren't able to play with the grandkids or their children because of these life-limiting conditions. We can treat these people with a proven surgery-free, pain-free method that allows them to get out and be social. These problems often lead to dementia. They often lead to social isolation and depression, and we don't want that. Our goal as physicians is to make people better, not just live longer, but live better and love their lives.
So then what is so different about your approach?
So our approach is a unique collaboration between medical specialists such as ourselves and the good healing hands of the physical therapist, nutrition approach, and business gurus who put together a model that helps take this preventative approach to falls and imbalance. So for instance, in the clinic, what's unique about it, every person is harnessed to the ceiling, and there's like a railroad track that runs through the center, so an individual can't fall. In fact, when I'm inviting my patients to come on board, I say you can fly through the clinic like Peter Pan. And that's true, because individuals don't like to do physical therapy and things because they're afraid of falling, and that's what challenges most individuals. But you can go through this pain-free methodology and really improve your balance to prevent those falls and try to prevent the statistics that Dr. Pomachan was describing.
So then some of the challenges that you face are?
The biggest challenge is making people aware of how serious of a health risk this is, how many injuries and how much it limits them. People often accept imbalance or social limitation as a fact of life, as a fact of aging. Doctors often only treat you when you fall, when you're in the emergency room, when you break a hip or a femur. We don't want that to happen. We want you to come in so that you can avoid going to the emergency room. We also want you to come in so that you feel entitled to live a healthy, active lifestyle. Medicine has gotten really good at making people live longer, but those later years are not always filled with joyful days. A lot of times they're filled with doctor visits. We want you to go to your family functions. We want you to go to dinner with your friends and to have a good time. You don't need to spend those waning years alone, isolated, depressed. We want people to be better, to be well, to live better lives, to love their lives, like our motto says.
That's wonderful. So let me ask you very quickly, what is on the horizon for you guys?
So we're excited about physical health because it's a new approach to medicine, and our plan is to have a state-of-the-art balance center and concussion center. What most people don't realize that when you have a classic concussion, you also have an inner ear or vestibular concussion. And if you don't take care of both, then you can't recover from your concussion. We're collaborating with the national franchise, again, hundreds of centers across the U.S., more than 30 states, to bring together physicians, physical therapists, nutritionists, business gurus to, again, as a preventative approach, prevent disease process, improve life, and to really, our goal is to change the face of healthcare. We plan to clone this model for the rest of the country, beginning first with otolaryngologists and then spread into other specialties. Again, as Dr. Pomachan said, our goal is to help people love their lives.
It's wonderful. So wonderful and great information. Thank you guys for joining us. For more information on Fyzical, we're going to put the information, your website and telephone number on the screen right now. And again, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, stay tuned to Suncoast FYI. We will be right back. Well, that's our show today, and thanks so much for joining us. If you'd like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we'd love to hear from you. Just call our sales department, and that's at 361-4239. I'm Kathy Leone, and we'll see you next Friday right here on Suncoast FYI.